Yeah, 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 yeah. We in the meth lab. We in the meth lab. We got G-Wiz of the Bravehearts. QB stand up. Most
Yeah,
underrated podcast, the meth lab. You already know. Yeah, yeah. G, how's everything?
everything's good, man. Everything's good, man. Moving,
All right, all
moving.
right. You already know. Get hot out there, huh?
Man, it's crazy, man.
You already know. Yo, G, let's get into it. All right. Growing up in a hood with multiple rappers, right? Who was the first you ever seen do it?
The first I ever seen do it,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna have to say, it was my Uncle Goon. My Uncle Goon, he's he's a few years older than me, but him and my Uncle Jeff had a rap group called the Come Off Crew.
Mm.
And they was like the first rap group that I ever known. You know what I mean? And they was right in the
What year
crib.
was this?
This was 76, 77.
Mm.
You know what I
Okay.
mean? I was about 5 years old, and they had the two turntables with the mic and the echo chamber, and they was always practicing in my grandmother's living room, always practicing, always practicing. So me as a 5-year-old, I'm gonna go around and start touching stuff, and they put the mic in my hand. I'm playing with the echo chamber and all that. So that was the first experience of hip hop that I ever known, like ever. It was these three guys. It was
And then
Goon.
after that, right? But after
You're
that,
right.
when did Shan come into play? When did MC Shan come into
Um,
play?
Chan came to play maybe say about 8, 9 years later. You know,
Mm.
80. I would say 84, 85. I started hearing Shan's voice on music in the hood on radios, and then I was always like, "Yo, who the fuck is that? Who the fuck is that?" And nobody
Okay,
could tell me until the bridge came. And we was listening
okay.
to the bridge maybe 2 months before it hit the airwaves, and everybody else heard it. So that
Mm.
was the first time hearing Shan, like 84, man. 84,
Okay.
85.
So your uncles possibly could have been Shan's inspiration, his motivation.
I believe so. The Grand Wizard Jeffro D, which was a part of the Come Off crew, he used to go to school at Norman Thomas with Kumo D, Dimples D from my hood. She was the first
Mm.
female rapper from Queensbridge. Um,
Okay.
and I know another famous DJ that was from Uptown. So Jeffro D used to get the tapes and bring them back to the hood. That was like, the mixtapes was like golden back then. You know what I mean? All of
Facts. Facts.
um African Bambaataa tapes and uh Grandmaster Flash tapes and all of that. They used to
Okay.
bring hard in QB. So Jeffro D used to bring the tapes to QB, and then he had got a little a nice quick lesson on how to scratch, and he brought that to the hood too as well. So I would think Marley and Shan and all those guys was looking at this stuff while they was doing it and got inspired.
Okay.
Definitely,
But at what
definitely.
age? What age did you start? Did you start rapping?
Like I said, I had the mic in my hand at 5, so
5. Okay.
maybe man, 8, 9 years later we picked up pens. Man, I probably was in the third grade.
Mm.
um, I met Nas in the second grade, third grade, and we just started rapping together, rapping, just to each other, amongst ourselves, just getting into it. We was about
Okay.
eight,
Okay.
nine, 10 years old, something like that.
You've been doing it for a minute.
Definitely, that's a
Already.
fact.
Yo,
Hell
Wiz,
yeah.
what side you from? What side of the bridge you from?
I'm from the 40th side, from
Forty side.
the north side. Yeah, 40th side of Vernon. I
Okay,
grew up
okay,
in the
okay.
8 building. You know.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay. Now, have you ever been in a group before you got up with Horse and Jungle, right? Was you guys already the Bravehearts, or was that something that was started once the label got started?
Well, we grew up on the same block on the 40th side. So we was always family, you know what I'm saying? We was always family. And the name didn't come until we was on, you know, the name, but we was always close, we was always family, you know what I mean? Always, since I can remember.
All right. So when did Nation come into play? Because G, check this out, G. Yo, son is from up the block from me. Son is from 174.
No doubt.
I'm from 178. So I used to see son. So when he came out rapping with in the Queensbridge, I'm like, hold up. I never even knew he was from the bridge. So when did he come into play?
Well, Nation is a little younger than us. So my moms and his moms used to hang out. His mother is a twin. They are identical twin. Okay. And the twins used to hang out with my family, right? And Nation, I think he was born like 77. No, I think he was born like 80, 84, 83, 84, something like that. So he grew up in the bridge as a youngin' and then moved to the Bronx.
Okay.
And as he got of age, you know, coming back and forth to the bridge, you know, seeing what was going on, seeing the hype, he said, fuck it. He ran up on us one day and was like, yo, I'm trying to get down. What's up? And he was like, let me hear something. And he spit his heart out. And Nas took a liking to him.
But that was to become a Braveheart, or that was long before that?
Well, you know, he was always family, so he's always coming around. He's always back and forth. So, you know, once Nas took a liking to him, it was only right that, you know, he is what we are. So, you know, it was relative.
You know, the media says, I've read in the media that he was your replacement. Nation was G-Wiz's replacement. You know what I mean?
Not. I wouldn't say a replacement, but I think they just wanted to carry on or what we started. You know, I had backed up. You know, I had let's say family issues. You know what I'm saying? So I had to completely back up. You know, I can't function when I got problems and shit, and you know, it's too much shit going on in the background. You know, so. I respectfully just chilled out. I made a few songs on it, but I told him, yo, keep it going. So he wasn't a replacement. It was more like them just kind of carry the name on and keeping it going, you know?
Okay.
You know?
Okay. Now I remember the song, right? There was a song on Nas's Illmatic album called The Flyers. But Pete, the Flyers had Nas and AZ, but the original version had Jungle and you and Nas. Right. Why didn't the original version make the album cut? Make the album?
Well, yeah, that was ill because we did that song and for some reason it wasn't agreed upon to use it. We wasn't gonna use it. So then Nas said, fuck it, I'm gonna do a joint with A on it. You know what I'm saying? And then that one came out, and then the other one leaked out. The one with us.
That's fact. The other one was on Who Kid's joint. It's on the Who Kid joint mixtape. Right. Yeah. Yep. It's on there.
Yep.
But I mean, you ever feel like yo, nah, that should have, you know what I mean? The original one should have made it. You know what I mean? You ever felt
we all agreed not to use it, so I wasn't stressing it, you know what I'm saying? If we all agreed not to use it, I wasn't stressing it, you know. But when it leaked out, people liked it, and I was like, well, maybe we should have threw that shit out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, not because it was tough. It was don't get me wrong, the other one was tough too, but that joint it was a different vibe. It was a different, you know what I mean? It was a different like aura to it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's a fact.
All right. Check it out. All right. Have you ever felt like the song Uchiwali should have been on the Bravehearts album instead of QB's Finest?
The Bravehearts album came a little late. We didn't even have an album done. at the time of the QB's finest. So we respected it going on the QB's finest. You know what I mean? And plus, that decision to put that song out came from another direction. You know, the
Okay.
QB's finest was pretty much wrapped up. You know, it's pretty much wrapped up. I think I made maybe a song or two on it, and Horse made a song on there. Jungle had a song on there, but together, all three of us wasn't satisfied with the look we had on the album. So we was like, man, you know what? Let's just throw out another song on the side and see, let's gain some traction on the side for us while these things is going on. And just so happened the shit caught fire. So the record label, I guess, they made a business decision to say, yo, since Nas bought the beat and everything, I might as well bring that over here and let it lead the Queensbridge project, to where it got to go. You know what I mean? Okay. So that was with that, but it was a left field decision we had to make because we wasn't satisfied with the songs we was on. There's so many people, and so many of us, you know what I mean, trying to make a one little album. It's like,
it's crazy because that's what I was going to ask you.
Yeah,
I was going to ask you that next. Now, as far as the work ethic, right, of that QB's finest album, yo, how y'all did it? Like, how did they get all of those people together on one album? Was that tough, or did it come natural?
Well, it kind of came natural because everybody felt the vibes was going on, so everybody was motivated to do something. So when Nas said, let's do this album, everybody just fell in line. It was like, all right, I'm gonna wait my turn. But it was pretty. It was orchestrated pretty good. We had one spot, everybody come to every other day. We call somebody in, everybody finished doing what they doing, and it was pretty cool. It was pretty amazing, man. Because there's so many of us, and everybody didn't even make the album. Everybody didn't make it.
I could see that too, because there was a lot of different names on there. Y'all had like the whole hood was on that.
Yeah. 90%.
Imagine that, 90%. Yeah. So it could have been kind of tough, All right. Let me ask you this. What's your take on what happened to the Prodigy mural? What's your take on that?
I think it's Prodigy died a little prematurely, like it was just unexpected out of nowhere. And excuse me. And when he died, he didn't. It wasn't clarity with him and the people that he had discrepancies with. It wasn't no clarity, and it's like the streets is real. When street shit happen, street shit happen.
Street shit, yeah.
It's street shit. It's like, it's hard to erase, you know what I'm saying? Especially, when violence and stuff is taking place, it's like hard to reverse, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to reverse. So I think that was the take on that. And, people, felt how they was feeling, and you know what I mean? And they wanted to show how they was feeling with that mural,
Understood.
But my thing, my thing though is that the honorable thing to do was just let that man rest, and don't go any further from that point. You know what I mean?
Leave it at that, right?
Yeah, leave it at that, and the good outweighs the bad, and whatever happened with y'all. So, I think that should have been left at that, and let it rock.
Understood.
Yeah.
All right. Tell us what it was like meeting Little John. He was hot at the time. You know what I mean? He was on fire at the time. What was it like actually meeting Little John for the first time?
You know what's crazy, right? Little John got hot in a span of an 8-month period, an 8-month window. It was like in the beginning of the 8 months, nobody knew who he was. But at the end of the 8 months, everybody, the whole fucking world knew who he was. We
Right.
caught him, we caught him in the second month of that 8 months. You get what I'm saying? So we really didn't know him. You know what I mean? We
Right.
was asking for, they was like, yo, Nas was like, yo, we want a down south type of look, like one of
That's it.
those down country beats that we could ride on and show versatility. And
Right.
we was like, cool. So, let us get David Banner, because David Banner was that nigga to public and to everybody else. You know what I'm saying? We really didn't
Right.
know
Right.
Lil Jon. He had a couple joints that was heating up, but we didn't know him. We was like,
Right.
so the company was like, well, David Banner might be too expensive. There's Little John,
Mm-hmm.
and we was like, who's Little John, man? Like, come on, let's, you know. But little did we know he was coming up. So so
Right.
so at the same time we was asking who is he, I think another banger sprung up from Little John, and it was starting to be understood who the fuck Little John is. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Right.
at the same time, when we went down to Atlanta to reforecast for a single, and we got in the lab with Little John, and then we was just meeting him, and I think Nas missed a session, and we was there with him, and he was putting together a couple beats. So we got to kick it with him and chat with him and shit to see how he worked. He worked fairly different from all the other producers that I work with. All the other producers, they have distinct style. So he had a cool style. How he worked and shit. I was digging that, and he was just a funky dude, man. I was really feeling him. You know what I mean? The day when we
Right.
got there. So then when Nas got there, it was pretty much comfortable. We all was just vibing, and we came up with that joint. So it was pretty cool, man. Little John, he got hot so fast, And then what's so
Uh-huh.
ill is that when we finished making our record, the Usher record came through, the year
Mm.
joint, and pretty much he was established, and we was like, yeah, we had the right producer. You know what I'm saying? We was like, all right, we
Yep.
could go forward, go with this joint. You know what I mean? I didn't like the
That's a
video
fact.
we did. I wanted to do the video in New York and bring Little John to the bridge. Me and Joe wanted to bring him to the bridge, but
Uh-huh.
yeah, I don't think I was in the budget. I
Right. Right.
was in the budget, so.
Right. You were ready. You were ready. All right. Now, as far like let's get back to that. Let's get back to that music business, budgets and this and that. Now, is there anything you wish you knew back then, right? That you
Right.
learned later on about the music
Oh, for
business?
sure. Oh, plenty of shit. Plenty of shit. Plenty of shit. Plenty of shit.
Mm.
Plenty of shit, man. I don't even know where to start. It's mad shit I wish I would have
Believe me.
knew. It's mad shit that, that could have been taken advantage of, a lot of stuff. I mean, I can't even
All right. I
pinpoint,
got you.
you would have to ask me.
I got you. I got
I
you
can't
right
even
now.
pinpoint.
Publishing and contracts.
Publishing definitely. Publishing, definitely. Um, Illmatic. I wish I knew about publishing with Illmatic, because I'm all over the album, but my name is not on the album.
Mm.
And I wish I'd have knew about that. I might. I want to know who's collecting, who collected my money. My money. I know it's Zomba or something like that, because they had
Okay.
the deal with Nas, and that whole little thing. So I don't know. I don't know who I got to see, but I'm coming to see somebody. Shit.
Because all
But
right.
yeah, I
Because
wish
as
I'd have
far
definitely knew about publishing. Publishing is very important.
but as far as Illmatic and all that, um, um, name like how you was a part of the creative process of Illmatic. Because we've seen you.
Um,
We remember you from all the way back then. Way back.
right,
You know what I mean?
right. Okay, so like I said, me and Nas met in third grade, second grade, third grade, right?
Uh-huh.
So we started out rhyming, um, 8, 9, ages 8, 9, and I say 8 years later, he got a deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
We 16, 17, and he got a deal. Then it was a question of what the fuck do we have to do? We didn't know nothing
Nothing
about
at all.
the recording industry
Mm-hmm.
or the perks of it or the business of it or anything of it. We thought it was a privilege to even get chosen to do this. So uh so listen to everything that people say, or do
Yep.
whatever people say. You know what I'm saying? So 'cause we had the
Right.
mind state that we not supposed to be here, and you know we lucky somebody's giving us a chance, you know what I'm
Right.
saying,
Right.
to do it. So pretty much take what you get. And people are out to rob motherfuckers, so it's like we was the perfect prey, you know what I'm saying? So with that in mind, um we just wanted to get in and do music, you know what I'm saying? We didn't care about nothing else. We just wanted to show that uh we can look and sound like the people we saw that we was fans of. you know we could captivate you know and awe people just like we saw and we was in awe of the people before us, the Rakims, the Shans, the G Raps and everything. We just wanted to have a chance to look like that and be like that, so we
Understood.
didn't care about, you know what I'm saying, the business part. And I think that
Right.
was that was a big problem. But but I think that made us concentrate on the music real hard. So my involvement was, Nas would always tell me, yo, come with me to the lab. I would come to the lab. We would sit with the producers, and they would play tracks, and we would both mutually come up with with we would mutually say, that's the one.
Concepts, and
That
everything.
Yeah. Yeah, we
Mm-hmm.
would mutually say that's the beat, that's the one. This is the
Uh-huh.
that's the sound, this the sound. If it wasn't something we was feeling, be like, nah, change that a little bit. We would just mutually agree. And when we did that, the songs came out pretty good. When we would mutually agree. Now I wouldn't help Nas with writing lyrics because he's a master, but I
Right.
would definitely reassure him that that was the right thing to say. You know what I
And look
mean?
where we
If
at
he
today.
wasn't sure, yeah. If he wasn't sure, if he was looking at three rhymes to put on one beat, and he said all three of them, and I would be like,
Mm-hmm.
that one, that's the one. You know what I mean? He
That's
would he
big right
probably
there.
like all three. You understand? He would probably
Yeah.
love all three, but I would say, as a fan, as a listener, as a person, loving this thing, I would like that.
Right.
That was my role. So I would kind of like play advocate and be like, yo, boom, you know what I'm saying? That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the verse.
Now that's big
That's the
right
beat.
there. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So later on, I didn't know A&R, and there's labels for these types of things in the studio. I didn't know that. There's a label for things that I was doing and I didn't know. So, but we really didn't care. You know what I mean? So
Right.
that was my involvement as far as the creation of these songs and stuff. And you know, performance is a different animal. So I would always want him to give one of those performances where, like I said before, we want to mimic what we seen, so we want to have people like, oh shit, yo, that shit is dope. Like, you know what I'm saying? We want those same reactions that we was given, you know what I'm saying, that we was giving out, those reactions. So
Understood.
I would come in from that angle. That was my forte, like seeing it from a fan's perspective and
Uh-huh.
knowing how to play, whatever it
Mm-hmm.
is that we was doing. It's like, okay, let's do it like this, because Rodney would have did it like this, or KRS and them would have did it like this, or Shan and Marley would have did it like this. Like, in that perspective, you know. And it worked really good for that album, so well that, you know, you see what they talking about today. So, you know, so I take pride in that, you know what I'm saying? I take a bunch of pride in knowing,
You should,
you know what I'm saying?
That's one of the best hip hop albums in the history of hip hop. Facts.
Incredible to me. Incredible.
You know what I mean?
Incredible.
All right. Incredible. Now, as far as the hood and all that. So it's a lot of people rapping out in QB, a lot of people that done had major deals in QB, right? Did any of y'all ever find yourself in a competitive state? Like you know, you might be competing with some people from the 41st side. You got the 40th side competing with did y'all ever find it a competitive, or did everybody authentically support each other?
No, we you know, it's like basketball, right? You know your man's nice, but you go, nah, nigga, you weak ass nigga, you weak nigga, what, nigga? But you know he nice though. You feel what I'm saying? You wouldn't do that if you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't be going up on him like, yeah, what up, nigga? What's up? If you knew he wasn't nice, if you knew he wasn't a good challenge, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't challenge a weaker person. You know what I'm saying? You never do that. I mean, some people do, but you know, that's no honor in that. You know what I'm saying? So it was a thing where we was all family, but it's always, look what I got, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Just like in anything else. You know, you got a bad shorty, you got a bad bitch with you. Look what I got, nigga. You step in the party like, yeah, nigga. You see, you know, it's a friendly competition. When your man come in with something, you like, God damn, nigga, where you find her? Like, you know, so it's competition, but it's family competition. You know what I'm saying? So we will always come to each other's block and be like, yo, check this out, nigga, press play. And them niggas be like, God damn, nigga, you know, we playing something like One Love, you know, when we first got One Love down, and we go on the other side on 12th Street and see Have and P and Twin and Godfather and Ty Nitty and Noid and all the niggas over there. And we'd be like, yo, we got some shit right here. Listen to this shit. And niggas crowd around and be like, whoa, God damn. Like, you know what I'm saying? It'd be crazy. Okay. And then I remember Twin, both the twins, God bless, Scarface, Godfather, Nitty, and them coming to the block, and they had Shook Ones Part 2. They had the Shook Ones, and they be like, yeah, nigga, we got something for y'all niggas now. What? Listen to this. And I was like, ooh, I'll be like, God damn it. And they were so ill, like they were singing the hook, ain't no such things as halfway crooks, and like scared to death.
I'm gonna keep it official with you.
They shook. I was like, oh,
I'm gonna keep it official. That turned the whole city out. That had the whole city on that type of time.
The whole
you remember?
culture.
You remember? Yo, all of us was on that type of time when that song was out. Fact.
That turned the culture up.
Yo, I'm telling you. Oh man.
Facts. Yo. Nah, I just remember those things, you know what I'm saying? Just that friendly, you know, pushing each other type shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit was a great look, man. Great look.
It was monumental. It was monumental.
Very, very,
all right.
Very.
We're gonna end off with this. All right. How do you feel about the music today, right now, 2021?
2021, I love the music today. I love it. I love the styles. I love the cadences. I love all of that. Some of it is repetitive, but the talent knows how to switch it up. The talented, you know what I'm saying? The other guys is cool. You know, they doing anything. I love it. You know, if you're gonna keep it how you came in and keep going like that, that's cool. That's a level. That's your level. That's cool. You know, I don't look at nobody as bad or suck. It's just a level. That's the level you at. You know what I'm saying? You at that certain level, you could come up. You could keep. You know, it's other levels to go to. You choose to go up, go up. I'm watching. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. If you don't, that's cool too. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't catch my ear, you don't catch my ear. But I don't mind you being there. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. You know what I mean?
Get yours.
Yeah, get yours, man. And I love the cadences. I love the talent. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no problem with today's stuff, man. I ain't got no problem. I love it. I love it. The only thing that I would say is for the up and coming to do your homework. Do your homework, because when you do your homework, that will allow you to switch your style and to switch your
Yep.
cadence and grow
Venture
and
off.
do
Venture
all those
off.
things. If you don't, you're gonna stay where you at, or you're gonna copy what other people's doing. You know, your craft
Diversify,
is
man.
not gonna expand. Your craft is not
Mhm.
gonna grow. So if you want your
Right.
craft to grow, you know, take a look back. Look back. You know,
That's a
these
fact.
cadence that everybody's spitting in, they was spitting this cadence back then. You know what I'm saying? You can find certain songs where they're kicking it, and you know, it was quirky back then to us, like, oh shit, that's some new style. But that's the style they doing now. You know what I mean? So just go back, check out what, you know, check out your history, man. That's all. Check out your history. Check out from the beginning till now, man, and you will know where the fuck to go. You know what I'm saying?
That's a
You
fact.
know where to go. So yeah.
That's a fact. Hey, yo, we in the meth lab. We in the meth lab. We got Grand Wizard Bravehearts. You already know. QB, stand up. Hey, yo, G-Wiz, good looking for coming through. You already
All
know.
good.
And I'm
All
going to hit
good,
you in a
fam.
second.
I
You already.
appreciate you, man. I appreciate the meth lab hollering.
I
It's
appreciate
all
you.
good. Run it up. Y'all see what's up. Run this motherfucker up. And we coming.
You already know.
QueensbridgeProjects.com. We got the QB hats flowing. You know what I'm saying? You can get
Tuffy,
your order
Tuffy.
online. Any flavor you want. Look out for a single got coming. Look out for a whole wave, a whole new wave of QB that is we gonna do some things, man. I'ma just leave it at that. We gonna do some things, and the culture is gonna be surprised. We gonna shock the culture some more. You know what I mean? We gonna
And
shock it some more.
everybody's waiting, too. Everybody's
Nah,
waiting. You already know.
I already
They
know,
waiting
man.
for that.
And it's a silent wait. It's like, you know, a silent wait, but I know they waiting. I know. I
Yo,
can feel it.
it's a lot of people that follow that Queensbridge wave. You know what I'm saying? I know you already know that follow,
That's a
and
fact.
they waiting. They waiting. I'm telling you.
That's a
They
fact.
waiting.
That's a fact.
Real.
It's coming,
G-Wiz,
man.
you already know. Good looks for coming through. You
Thank you,
already.
sir.
I see
I
you in a minute.
appreciate it. Yes, sir.
For sure.